Good morning, everyone. It's been a couple of hard days. Um, and I wasn't sure I was going to come on here and speak about this, but my husband told me that the chances are someone else might need to hear what I'm about to say. I found out yesterday from a friend that their spouse had passed. And it was a situation where they took their own life. And I didn't realize how hard this was going to hit me and that I'd be feeling so much emotions around it. And I didn't even want to come on here and talk about this because I'm like, damn, like, I'm not the one that lost my spouse. My friend lost their spouse. How horrible am I to be feeling all of these things, this overwhelming emotion that I can't control because my friend's spouse has passed. And I've been feeling so bad for feeling this and not knowing why. I've been questioning why, but I don't need to know why. What I need to know is that this has triggered me. And this is my trigger, and so I'm holding the space for myself instead of saying something to my friend or doing any of that because I'm not going to take away from them. But I wanted to let other people know that it's okay to be triggered by someone else. Losing a family member, losing a loved one, having suicide. And I realize when I start to feel in it, because I could try and bypass this. I could go into a meditation. I could go get some energy healing. I could, watch TV, do everything not to heal and feel. But I'm letting myself feel this. And I'm sharing it with you because there's got to be someone else out there who knows what it feels like to all of a sudden get triggered by something like this and be feeling like, oh gosh, I shouldn't be. Well, fuck that. It's okay for you to feel triggered because we are humans and we are spiritual beings and we have millennia of trauma on a systemic level, and we have our own ancestral and personal traumas and emotions that we've been through. And I personally have lost people to suicide. Some of my closest friends. I myself have tried to commit suicide. I was 16 and I didn't feel like I could be loved for who I was as a woman coming into her sexuality, as feeling bisexual and even possibly a lesbian. I was shut down, and so I felt like I was having to live a falsehood, and I wanted to take my own life, and thank God someone stopped me because I'm grateful to be here now, but that doesn't mean that was the last time that I tried to commit suicide. I had a lot of emotional shit and baggage and depth, and I didn't know how to deal with it because I wasn't taught how to feel the things that I'm feeling and how to deal with my emotions. Instead, I was taught to stuff them down and just ignore them and don't worry, it'll all go away. Time heals all wounds. Well, that is a big fucking lie. Time does not heal all wounds. You have to do the work to heal the wounds. You have to go inside and find out where the wound lies and heal it. And that doesn't mean reliving it, okay? It doesn't. It does not, because I'm proof positive. The work I do with my clients, the work I do with myself, you do not need to know the why to heal the hurt. But what you do need to have is the awareness and the ability to allow yourself to go there and to have the strength, because it takes strength to go into those dark places and find the answers of why you're feeling this way. Like, what is it? For me, it's also the fact that my husband is a combat vet. And we went through some really dark times where 4 years ago, my husband wanted to kill himself and tried on numerous occasions. And I'm grateful that he never was successful, because God, I don't know what I would have done if I had lost my partner and my best friend. But I do know that I'm grateful for the work that he has done since then. And even in having the conversations around my friend's spouse passing, he has told me and opened up to me that 4 years later, there are times he still feels that way. Like he wants to die. Like it would be easier for people to not have him in their life. And that's bullshit. It's not easier. And this may not be received well, but it is the coward's way out to take suicide as the only option. Because you're not thinking about anybody else. You're only thinking about the pain that you're going through. And I've been there. I get it. And I know that may not be received well. And I'm sorry. Not sorry. The truth of it is that the pain can go away on a daily basis if you're willing to do the deeper work to heal the wounds. And that's just the truth. I don't see, and I know that some people who have gone through suicidal ideation or who've dealt with suicide may say, oh, it's not an easy way out. It's hard to make that choice. Well, yeah, for yourself, it may be hard. And the reason it's hard is because you want to be here. You have a purpose. You are needed on this earth. And it's your job to heal those places that are trying to teach you and show you that you're not worth it. Because let me tell you, you are worth it. We are all worth it. We deserve to be here. We deserve to be fully embodied. We deserve to be healthy and whole and healed. And I know that some of my words may not resonate with others, and some may think I'm an absolute bitch. But you know what? I come from a place where I tried to commit suicide. Hell, even a year and a half ago, I tried to commit suicide. I didn't feel like I was worth being here and that it would be easier for everybody else to not have me and deal with my shit. But I have a daughter, a 16-year-old, and what the fuck would that show them? That just give up on life when it gets hard? No, I refuse to do that. I refuse to be that person who gives up on myself. And I get it that sometimes it feels like that's the only way out, but it's not. And if you're feeling that way today, please drop a comment, send me a DM. Because I can tell you, from where I am now to where I was years ago, I have grown leaps and bounds, but only because I was willing to finally acknowledge how hurt and wounded I was. When you get to that place of, do I want to be here or do I want to continue? Think about the fact that you are being given a choice to do something different. And yes, there's trauma. And I will tell you, I know trauma. Okay? You may be thinking I don't. I was abused growing up emotionally. And sometimes as a teenager, I had some physical abuse. It wasn't very often, but it did happen. I was raped multiple times throughout my life. I was in an abusive relationship with a partner who wanted to kill me and kill the child I was carrying. I was a drug addict for 12 years, and the things that I chose to do during that time, the things that I saw, the people I lost, all of that is to say that I had a shit ton of trauma. Even to the fact of going through multiple car accidents and having one where I lost my entire fucking memory. Let me tell you, when that happened at 31 years old, and I didn't know who my daughter was that was standing there right in front of me, that moment was one of the hardest for me to say, no, I'm not going to take my life. I'm going to continue to take the step forward, because even though I don't know who I am, that little one does, and they need me. And we think about ourselves too much, and we don't think about the fact that we have others who are counting on us. And it's a challenge, yes. But you know what? If you can find one reason in your life to live, take that one reason as a step and find another and another and another and climb out of the hole, because it's possible. It is really, really possible. But you have to also be willing to extend your hand out and ask someone for help. We can't do it alone. And so, thank you. That's why I wanted to come on today, because I'm happy to be here. I love being here. I love doing the work I do of helping other people heal so that they can get out of this place. Because it is a challenge. It is so fucking hard sometimes to be human, especially during the last 14 months. So many people have thought the only way out was to leave this planet because they just didn't want to deal with it anymore. But you know what? There are other ways. And if I even reach one person today to say, you know what, you matter, your life matters, you're worthy of healing, you're worthy of having the life and the love and the abundance and the receiving and all of it, you're worth it. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I know that to be true because I was in the darkest of the dark places. And now I'm thriving. I'm living my best life. Yeah, triggers come up. That's going to be life. We're human. We have these programs. We have these like brains that got stored with all this shit growing up. And we have to deal with it. We have eons of trauma from just being earthbound people. But we're worth it. You're worth it. I am worth it. And we all matter. And it's true. A lot of us don't feel like we matter. And let me tell you, that was the biggest thing that I had to come to the realization and do work on, is that I matter. I matter. Just because I am, I matter. Just because I am, I'm loved by spirit, by the higher power, by creator, whatever you want to say. Not the patriarchal shit that we deal with, but by the true, loving, omnipresent person, spirit, self, whatever you want to call it. That person is who wants to see us thrive, who wants to see us survive, who wants to see us living our best life, not some horrible person who wants to oppress us. That's bullshit. That's the patriarchy. That's the organized bullshit that's trying to keep us small. We're not. We're these massive, amazing, wonderful beings that can live an abundant life, that can be on demand, that can be a snap of the fingers. But we have to get through the bullshit that we've had placed upon us. And the time is now to say we are tired. We are done. We are not going to put up with this anymore. And we're going to live our best life. And we're not going to let anyone steal that from us. I feel like I'm on a soapbox right now. But it feels good to finally to say what I've been feeling and to know that there are other people out there who need to hear it. And the fact of it is, 22 soldiers a day commit suicide. Now, let me just break something down for you, because being married to a veteran, I found some really interesting statistics. We all know how big the United States is. 1% of all of the humans in the United States voluntarily sign up for our duty. 1%. That's a very small number. So of that 1%, 22 a day kill themselves. 22 a day. Let that sink in. And that's just veterans. I don't even know the statistics for other people committing suicide. I'm sure it's a lot higher. But of that small percentage, 1%, 22 of that 1% every day, that's over 700, or no, that's over 7,000. I think I did my math right. Individuals dying each year that were likely just dropped, left to do whatever. Here you go. Thank you for your service. Now go fuck yourself. And that's how we treat people in general in life. Like, so many people get treated as they're in, oh, you did what you needed. Go suffer now. I mean, I think about our elderly. We put them in these fucking homes and then never go visit them. I can get off on a whole big tangent there. But the fact of it is that we do not treat each other with the love and compassion and kindness and empathy and understanding that really is needed to have a good life. So that's what I'm here to do, is to help others have that good life, to find that good life. I don't heal you, you heal you. I'm just the conduit to hold space for you to do it. And if I can do it, someone who was told that they would never amount to nothing, that they would be a drug addict their entire lives, that they would, never have a relationship, they wouldn't be happy, that none of this, if I can come back from that and be like, fuck you, I am happy. I have a loving relationship that I've been in for 7 years. It's been the best relationship I've ever had in my life. Yeah, we've struggled. We've gone through our ups and downs. We've had our own growth that we've gone through, but we've stayed together because we love each other and we want to support each other. And that is what we need more of. Now, that's not to say that if you're in a relationship with someone who is abusive or toxic or narcissistic or any of the above, that you should stay there just because they're supporting you. That's not what I mean. I just mean finding a healthy relationship where you can both grow and thrive together is so important. And yeah, that means doing some of your own healing work so that your shit's not fucking everything up while you're in the relationship. Because trust me, I've been there. My own shit wasn't healed to any extent of what I thought when I got into a relationship. And my husband has been the biggest mirror for me and the most growth I've had because I've had to work on my own personal shit. It has been the most challenging and the most satisfying of things that I've ever done in my life. And I'm grateful for the opportunities. And I'm grateful to have this platform to share with others and let them know you're not alone. And if you've made it this far, thank you for watching me, because it is a bit of, a trigger just to watch what I'm saying. And so I just wanted to come on and share that. Like, it's okay if you're being triggered by someone else's situation and it's coming up with emotions and whatever they are, and it's okay to feel them. And it's okay to let them move through you. Don't dwell on them, sure. Which is what I felt to some extent I was doing, is that I was dwelling on this. I'm like, why am I dwelling on this? Well, let's just share. I'm being called to share. This is what's happening for me. And when we share, we heal. And so that's something that me sharing this with y'all and anyone who may watch this, that you're human and it's okay to feel and it's okay to be triggered. And it doesn't matter if it is a personal situation that you've dealt with or it's just something on a global scale. I mean, hell, I think about 9/11 and how many people were impacted and dealt with PTSD and all of that, and they weren't even there. It was just the fact that they saw it on TV, they saw something, and it triggered something in them. So don't be ashamed of your triggers. Your triggers are your friends. I know they may not feel like it, because friends aren't supposed to hurt. However, triggers are your friends because they let you shine a light on a place in the depths of your innerness, your shadow self, your inner child, which to me I consider one and the same as a shaman. But they shine that light so that you can say, oh, whoa, there's a wound there. I didn't even know it was there. Let's go look at that and see what's coming up. Let's see if I can go into this and actually feel what's happening and move through it. Because I will tell you, if you have an emotion and you literally let yourself sit in it for just 90 seconds, and I don't mean dwell on it, I just mean let it sit, let it feel, let it drop down into the depths of what it needs to, and release whatever's coming up, whether that's screaming, whether that's crying, whether that's, taking a damn it doll like I have and hitting it against the wall, or hitting a punching bag. Get it out. We let things get stuck in our bodies because we aren't taught to get it out. And I will tell you, in the last year, since I bought my damn it doll, I was not going to use it. I was like, oh, it'll be for my clients. They can be able to hit something when they're feeling an emotion. No, I've been the one using my damn it doll. And I will take that thing by its feet and I will smack it really good. And then I'll start crying about, I'm so sorry that I'm hitting you. Because why? I was taught as a little kid, it's not okay to hit things. But sometimes we've got to get that energy out or it gets stuck in our body. And for me, with all the trauma that I've been through, it has been so helpful to get that out. But that's the other thing that I realize is that when it does get stuck and we don't know about it, we have to then go back and find a way to release it. Otherwise, it's going to be like a tea kettle and it will scream at you until it is done. I know this for a fact. I'm in the process of doing some structural reintegration of my body, or called rolfing. It's another level of massage and myofascial. It like goes above it to like reset your body and your fascia and your everything. Because literally when you hold stuff in your body and everything gets stored in the body, because that is how the body and trauma works. If you didn't know that, there's a great book called The Body Keeps the Score by Vanderpolk. Carl, well, I can't remember his name, but The Body Keeps the Score. And let me tell you, even with someone who has a background in psychology, I did not know this shit. And when I read that book, it was like, oh my gosh, okay. So going and having to reset your body after, for me, 38 years of trauma and hard shit that I've put on it is painful. And I have a lot of emotional releases. Like for the week after I go and I do my session, I'm crying, I'm raging, I'm screaming, I'm all of these things. However, when I'm done, I feel better. I feel grounded. I feel whole. So however you do it, and yes, I've screamed in the car, I've raged in the car, I've pounded on things, I've broken my hand, which is why I bought the Damn It doll, because I ended up breaking I fractured my hand, my arm, because I was hitting something. I was like, no! So, learn from my lesson. Grab a Damn It doll, which I am not affiliated with them at all, but they are amazing. I love them, and they will be going in the packages of that I will be sending out to the women in my program in October that I'm doing, the Finding Your Authentic Self, because we're going to be going on this 8-week journey of diving deep, and sometimes you just need something to whack. And Damn It dolls are really great for that. But yeah, it's not easy sometimes because we're taught it's not easy. But if we shift our perspective to, hey, this can be easy, this can be fun. Sometimes rage rooms are a really great thing because you can go and you can have fun and you can break shit and you can get all that emotion out and you don't have to feel bad about it. Because that's one of the things too, as women, but specifically as women, we're supposed to be seen and not heard, to be pretty, to be nice, to be calm and sweet and not show any emotion, and that's bullshit. Total bullshit. Because we are just as emotionally in tune and have all the same emotions as any man. So why are we not allowed to share it? They can be rageful, they can be this, they can be that, but we're not. We're supposed to be seen and not heard. Well, bullshit. I call bullshit. So, thank you for watching me. I feel much better. I'm sure that someone else out there who eventually watches this will find some relief. And if you do, please let me know. I would love to know how this resonates with you or not. I mean, if it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm always open for, conversation around these things, and I'm open to learning new ideas and seeing things from new perspectives, because that's what it's all about. That's what I'm all about. As a life coach, as a healer, as a shaman, as all these things, this multidimensional being that I am, I always love to learn. Because if you're not learning, you're dead. In my opinion, anyways. And I don't want to die yet. I've got a good 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years. If spirit has it's their way, like 100 years, because I've been told I'll live until like my 130s. And I'm like, I don't know about that. But that's beside the point. So, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a blessed day, and I love you all, and remember, you are worthy, you do matter, and you are enough. And if you don't ever feel that way, please reach out to me, because I'd love to teach you how to be your own biggest cheerleader, or you can book a soul burst session. The link is in my bio, and I would love to hold space for you and allow you to find the healing that you desire in yourself. Have a fantastic day.